Hey guys, I'm back here. I made some progress on the car, so I'll give you a quick update. Well, first, I got the new blinkers in. I put LED bulbs in them. The only bulb on this car that's still halogen, or whatever they are, the stock ones, are the headlights. I don't want to blind people with LED headlights. Don't need them. Big update. Oh, I got the side glass in. Quarter glass. The interior is, aside from having to put, let me just zoom out here. Aside from having to put my gauges back in the glove box door and clean up my wiring, the interior's done. I mean, brand new door panels, the carpet's done, I recovered the seats, I installed a new headliner, which, I mean, didn't come out perfect. You can see some wrinkles back there in the corner, a couple a little around here. Maybe it'll flatten out a little bit, but check it out. Let's see if I can zoom out a little bit. There we go. Completely different car from 4 days ago. It's crazy. I'm pretty happy with the progress, though. I even cut the carpet to go around the bottom of the shifter. Didn't come out the best, but I'm planning on making like a little surround for that. There's something, you know, I can stick my, because I removed the glove box, I can put the ECU in there. So I want to make something I can put my registration in. But, oh yeah, I got a new steering wheel too, but I'm not putting that on until after I paint the steering column. I still got to do that. Sand it down a little bit and shoot some semi-gloss black on it. Yeah, it should come out pretty good. All new carpet. Like I said, I redid the seats myself. Well, actually, I did everything in here but myself. I'm blown away by, you know, sometimes you even impress yourself. I didn't put the little seatbelt clips. They have 2 clips per side that normally go on these cars. I think it's 2. And there's a shoulder belt, I believe it is. But I ordered a retrofit set of seat belts for this car so that they're retractable like a new car, because I want that shoulder holster to come down over so that when you're driving by police, they can see it. That way I don't get stopped for not having a seat belt and then them use that as an excuse to ticket me for my exhaust. But, oh yeah, sun visors, new sun visors. It's the original mirror. I might buy some black dye for that little rubber piece where it mounts, and spray it, but I also don't really care. It's hard to tell. I might get to it someday. OER dash pad. It fits like shit. You guys need to do some serious work. I've honestly been thinking about taking the stock one and spending some money on it and redoing it. I kept it, you know, just in case, but we'll see if maybe this thing in the sunlight will, you know, maybe it'll lay out a little bit better, but it fits like dog shit. But that's it as far as the interior. Don't think you can't recover seats by yourself. It's actually fairly easy. You need hog ring pliers, some patience, and you can get them to look semi-good like I did. But the headliner, that took some time. What you want to do with that is patience. Lots of patience. What you do is you buy those little, I'll show you. You buy about, I don't know, I've got these off Amazon. I got 244 of these little clips. They're only about, I think, 3/4 of an inch wide. And you take those and you start, this is the bow type, so obviously you got to put your bows up in there and clip them and everything. But you take the little clips and you start up at the front edge and you pull it somewhat tight, clip all the way, you know, not all the way across, but you can do quite a few. And then you go to the back, pull the back tight, do the same thing back there. Then you do your same thing with your sides. And then you just keep going around and slowly working and working and working and slowly pulling it, resetting your clips, slowly pulling it, resetting your clips. And then finally, once you have it somewhat tight, what you'll do is you'll take your front, pull your clips off, and then I use contact cement. I got it at Lowe's, made by Dab or DAP, I think it's called. And you'll put your glue on the back side of your headliner, and then you'll also glue the little rail that it folds up around. Then you let it set for about 15 minutes, and you don't want it tacky, you want the glue to basically almost dry. And then as soon as you do that, that stuff, it's amazing. I mean, look how tight this is. I mean, there's some wrinkles, like, you know, up in here, but, you know, for me doing it at home and saving as much money as I probably did, I'm pretty stoked. Not gonna lie. But yeah, so you'll put your glue on there, and you'll do one edge at a time. Don't glue all 4 sides at the same time. There's a lot more to this. There's a very good video. A guy did it in a 70 or 72 Chevelle. Very, very good video. That's where I picked up a lot of tips and tricks from. And so once you get your glue on there, it dries. You take like a scraper blade, you know, like something you use to scrape paint. Make sure that the edge of it is not sharp. And then you'll use that and you'll stick it up in these edges and you'll push it all up in there. And you'll get it nice and tight, and then you put your clips back on there, and that's when you take clips and run them all the way across, because then you'll be pulling it nice and tight, and you want the glue to stick it like that. And then you go to your back, and you do the same thing to the back, and then you work your sides. And with these Novas, it's kind of tricky when you get up in the sail panel. I don't know if I did it right. I don't care. It looks good. You do the same thing. There's another one, the rails, like you glue to these. There's also another one underneath the edge of the sail panel right about here that runs the length back, and you wrap the headliner under that, I think, anyway. I mean, it worked for me. And yeah, you just keep doing that. But don't fully take that as an instructional video. Watch that video of the guy with the Chevelle. It's about an hour and a half long, but he does an excellent job. And, you know, take your time, be super careful, you know, don't drip the glue on everything. I dripped it in a couple places in here, but, you know, I saw it when it dripped, so I was able to wipe it off real quick, and so it didn't stain nothing. I had a lot of fun putting these door panels in, because they don't have pre-punched holes for the 3 screws that hold this to the door panel, and they don't have, well, they have knockouts behind on the other side of the door panel. They have the knockouts back there. Is that covered in something? No. So you can do the knockouts, but before you knock those knockouts, put your door panel on, get it to where you know that it's lined up, like, you know, sides and top and all that, and kind of push, just like lightly tap up against that, and tap up against the back here, you know, your door handle there. And it'll leave an imprint on the back side of this, as then you'll know if you're lined up correctly. But it came out good. I was out here last night till probably, I don't know, about 9 o'clock. Actually, the last couple days I've been working for probably 10 hours a day on this thing, getting the interior done. I just wanted it done, so I did it. Now I set like I said, I gotta put the gauges back in, and I have to drill holes in the gauge pod, or in the gauge panel, for my turn signal indicators and my high beam indicators. But other than that, I can pretty much bolt it in. I also have to tap the wire for the coming out of the transmission for my speedometer, because the Terminator X doesn't send the right signal out to the odometer gauges for the speedometer to read correctly. So I'm just going to tap the wire coming off the transmission and run that up to the gauge, and then you can self-calibrate it. But you should see the steering wheel I got. It's upstairs. I'm not gonna go get it right now, but it's wood grain, and it's got the 3, you know, I'll call them stems coming off there. It's a real nice steering wheel. But I can't wait to get this thing all done. Where I might put the glass in it today, I'm not sure. I'd like to be able to leave this car outside instead of putting it away every night, but we'll see. But anyway, this is a quick update. Nothing's changed with the motor or anything. I do have to I have to drop the oil pan, because when I put the motor together last summer, I was kind of in a rush to get it in the car, and I forgot to seal the 4 corners of the pan. So as soon as it gets warmed up, it starts squirting oil out of all 4 corners of the pan, and then I don't know, the tranny's leaking from somewhere. I'm really hoping it's not the input shaft seal, but I don't believe it is. So if it is, I mean, I'll pull the tranny back out, not a big deal. But once I get the glass in, I can give this thing a bath finally. Check it out. I'm gonna put the blinker or the taillights in it any day now. I had to make some modifications to the rear bumper so I can. The brackets that I bought from the bumper, they must be stamped in Taiwan or something. They just don't line up right. So get that done, and I'll give you guys another update here in the next couple days. I'm laid off from work, so making some progress here. I want to have this car on the road in the next couple weeks, so I'm gonna be hammering stuff out, you know, and hopefully I don't have to drop the tranny out of it or anything like that, but we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.